Paris used to be notorious for traffic jams, but now bike lanes have taken over streets that once saw constant gridlock. Did anyone really expect such a transformation?
Today's date is 2025, 0525. Let's go back for a minute. What was Paris actually like before any of these changes?
In the early 2000s, Paris was defined by its heavy traffic and high levels of air pollution. There was little space for pedestrians or cyclists. Both nitrogen dioxide and fine particulate matter were at dangerous levels, leading to thousands of premature deaths each year.
So it wasn't just about being stuck in traffic. It was a real public health crisis. What actually set off the shift?
Everything started to change in 2014 when Mayor Anne Hidalgo introduced the 15-minute city concept. The idea was to make all daily needs reachable by walking or biking. Several policies followed. For instance, over 1,000 kilometers of bike lanes were built, many of them separated from cars.
That's quite a scale. But how did they actually find space for all the bike lanes?
They took out 50,000 parking spaces and raised parking fees, especially targeting SUVs. Older, more polluting cars were banned from entering the city. Iconic spots like the banks of the Seine were closed to cars and turned into pedestrian areas.
Did people just go along with this? I'm guessing there was pushback from drivers or maybe business owners.
There was definitely resistance. Drivers and businesses worried about losing access and customers. The city responded by rolling out temporary pandemic bike lanes, called Corona pistes, so people could try them out before they became permanent. They kept routes open for buses, taxis, and emergency vehicles to limit disruption.
Did local shops actually lose business, or did the increased foot traffic help?
Surprisingly, many businesses actually gained customers. The city shared data showing that more people walking and biking led to higher sales for cafes and shops. Plus, there were financial incentives for buying or repairing bikes, which made the transition easier for residents.
So, did these changes actually improve air quality? Any numbers?
Yes. Since 2005, nitrogen dioxide levels have dropped by 50%, and particulate matter by 55%. Public health experts think these improvements could prevent up to 7,900 premature deaths in the coming years. There are already fewer asthma cases and cardiovascular problems.
That's significant. Has the way people get around changed too?
Daily bike trips have tripled since 2010. Now cycling makes up over 11% of all trips in Paris, which is even more than car trips in the city center. Residents mention cleaner air, less noise, and a better quality of life.
Did everyone in Paris benefit, or was it mostly people in the center?
The biggest increases were in central neighborhoods where bike lanes are densest. In the suburbs, where people depend more on cars, the changes have been slower. To help, Paris expanded its valid bike share system, now one of the largest and most affordable in the world. There are more electric bikes, more docking stations, and financial support for lower-income residents, but challenges in the suburbs remain.
So, connecting to public transit must be crucial for those areas. Is the city investing in that integration?
Yes, they've added secure bike parking at train stations and worked on linking cycling with public transit. But improving safety and infrastructure in outlying neighborhoods is still a work in progress.
Have other cities tried to follow Paris's example?
Yes, cities like Los Angeles, London, Berlin, Milan, and Brussels have all expanded their cycling infrastructure, especially during the pandemic. But the results differ. Paris used a centralized approach, creating a more connected network, whereas London's more decentralized strategy has led to fragmented bike lanes.
So if another city wanted to do this, what's the main lesson?
Strong political leadership, serious investment, and repurposing road space are all essential. But each city also needs to adapt to its own local needs, especially around equity and public transit integration.
Paris shows that rapid, coordinated policy can really change a city. Cleaner air, better health, even economic gains.
Exactly. Paris demonstrates cities can change quickly if there's enough determination and good planning.
And with pollution and climate issues front and center, isn't that worth considering for every city?
Definitely.
Paris replaced gridlocked streets with bike lanes and cleaner air. The data backs it up. Thanks for listening. This episode is brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it now for free.